Have you ever wondered how mixing engineers for major artists like Ed Sheeran, Drake and Taylor Swift get the vocal level to sit so gluey perfectly with the backing track? Is there a formula they're using? What's the perfect level for a vocal? These are some of the questions I always get asked. Well, this is how you do it. Vocals can be one of the hardest parts of the mix to get right, especially when you only have an instrumental or a beat and a vocal to work with. You may have the perfect balance between the two, but the vocal may be just sitting and not feeling like it's part of the track. It feels a little bit disjointed. It can either be standing out too much, or it's buried beneath the track, or it's kind of got the rhythm guitar in the way and you're fighting for space so that you can hear that because you need that as a focus point. So how do you fix this? Well, this track that I've got to play you is disjointed like that. The vocal has been put on top of a beat. This technique that I'm going to show you is very good for a compressed beat like this, where you've got a compressed beat, it's been thrown out to loads of different people, so it just sounds like a beat with sort of stuff glued on. If you imagine like a bit of clay and then you're just putting bits on top of the clay, it doesn't kind of work as the whole. So what we're going to do is make it so that it all comes together in one molded piece. So the aim of this is we want to make some space in this backing track for the vocals to sit in. Usually within a mix you could do this using like a standard sidechain to duck things out of the way, but in this situation, we don't have that opportunity. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a technique now that you can do so that you get that gluey sound, so that it sounds like the track all works together, but you have put different vocals on top at different times and the beat is really compressed. Before we dive into this, please put a like on the video to let the algorithm show it to other people, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let's go. So before I get started, you're going to be able to download this session that I'm doing in Logic. But if you're not a Logic user, I'm going to also save all the presets and you'll be able to get those from a link in the description. It's deep advanced stuff, but it works every single time when you're trying to link vocals with a compressed or you only have the instrumental. Check this out, let's get in. So firstly, make sure that you have the vocals and the instrumental on separate tracks. If you're working with more than one vocal, then put all the vocals to a bus channel. I've just got the vocal here on its own, but yeah, bust them out and then do this on the bus rather than on the vocal itself. So first things first, grab a FabFilter Pro Q3 and put it on the instrumental track. In the sidechain of the Pro Q3, select the vocal bus. Select linear phase and put it to high. Now navigate down to the analyzer section and click EQ match. Make sure the input is on, which means it's red, and then select in the sidechain, external sidechain. Press play and let the EQ find the frequencies.
Man, can't see me through these tents. I bet they asking who is that. You seeing what I'm on, but you don't know me like that. Don't come in and teasing without a plan to treat me or please me. I know what you need.
Press match.
Let's not discussing. Quiet with all of that fussing. Nothing is good turned out to be easy. So give me the reason.
Now you might be thinking this guy's a maniac. What the hell is this? We've got loads of points on an EQ. But fret not, select 30 dB on the screen. And what this has done, it's created a curve of the vocal, and that is on the instrumental channel. So remove all the frequency points below 100 Hertz. So just delete. Now we don't need any of these frequency points under 0 dB, so select all of those and delete those. Now highlight the rest of the frequencies and put the gain on these to 0. So now these are just the frequency points we need for the vocal. With all these selected, click on the outside of this gain knob and just bring the gain down by about 5 dB. This is going to bring down the dynamic gain rather than the main gain. Now click on the button at the top here, the auto button, and select the sidechain, which is this button here. So the next stage, to listen to the effect that we're creating, we need to isolate these frequencies so that we can work on it to get it exactly right how we want it. So put another EQ before this one and select a low shelf at around 180, 200 Hertz. Turn that on and that will remove the low end from the instrumental so that we can focus on tuning the top end that we want to hear. Now play the track, and this threshold button here, just adjust that as we play it so that we get a lot of movement going on. I'm also going to, whilst I do this, adjust the cue. So the cue is how tight things are. You want things that are a little bit tighter when you're doing cuts rather than very broad, because it will just bring the whole track down. So we just want to bring down the frequencies that are cutting through. So let's play the track and I'll show you.
We should rush it. You might want to play with my heart and say that it's love, it's some of my budget. You trying to tell me the way that you moving is not an ulterior motive. Interior plush, I'm the coldest. I don't blame you for wanting to side with me. Reality bounce back, don't allow that. From the brown grass in the front yard, made it real false. Come real, baby, don't lie to me, just lie with me. I need you to slide with me, come ride with me. I'ma spend time on you, got eyes for you. But it's pride in me, on guard. So I keep my cup full and my trust in us, on God. Say you got a pass, but I'm knowing life is fast. Everybody's got their path, need you to meet me where I'm at. Can't see.
So now I've adjusted the cue, and you saw I went into a little frequency there and just adjusted that because I don't want too much movement across the whole track. This is about ducking the frequencies on the instrumental so that the vocal sits in those pockets of the instrumental. So now we're going to take the level down. The reason why, we don't want people to hear the track ducking. It will be ducking, but we want it so it's really subtle. So I'm just going to bring that outside ring to about -1 dB. So maximum gain reduction will be -1, which you shouldn't really pick up. It's very tight cues, remember, because that's how we've adjusted it. So now, before I listen to it, I'm just going to bypass that first EQ. I want to hear the bass working, so I've bypassed that. I'm also going to turn this back to 3, because then you can see the adjustment a little bit better and you can see it working. And that way you can readjust the cue just as you're hearing the track play, because then you'll be able to like tweak so that it's, you know, really sweet. So now I'm going to play the track. I'm going to make some adjustments to the threshold and the cue so that I can see it moving, and then I can adjust the cue so that I'm not taking all the frequencies down. I'll bypass it in and out so you can hear the effect it's having, and you'll hear the track. If you listen to the vocal only, you'll hear it just blends with the track, and then when I bypass it, it kind of sits on top again.
You seeing what I'm on, but you don't know me like that. Don't come in and teasing. Without a plan to treat me or please me. I know what you needed, let's not discuss it. Quiet with all of that fussing. Nothing that's good turned out to be easy, so give me the reason. We should rush it. You might want to play with my heart and say that it's love, it's some of my budget. You trying to tell me the way that you moving is not an ulterior motive. Interior plush, I'm the coldest. I don't blame you for wanting to side with me. Reality bounce back, don't allow that. From the brown grass in the front yard, made it real false. Come real, baby, don't lie to me, just lie with me. I need you to slide with me, come ride with me. I'ma spend time on you, got eyes for you. But it's pride.
So you can hear there the vocals starting to sound really smooth. It's part of the track, and it goes with the song rather than being on top of the song and feeling like it's disjointed. It now feels part of the track. So if you love this, then you're going to love my mixing course. Go to streaky.com where you can get my mix course. There's an accelerator course there, which is a really quick way of doing mixing. And then there's a more of a deep dive there too. So go to streaky.com if you really, really want to know how to mix your tracks so they sound truly professional. Now check out this video where I tell you exactly how to isolate the mids so that you can make your mixes work every single time on all speakers. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. See you in the next video.